So good morning guys. Last time we've already learned about the area of rectangle, square and triangle. So today we're going to learn about perimeter and area of parallelograms. So what's different between rectangle and parallelogram? They are both have two parallel lines which facing each other. This one is parallel to this one and this one is parallel to this one, but the one that is different is the measure of the angle. In rectangle, all the angles measure 90 degree, while in parallelograms, this one measure more than 90 degree but less than 180, and then this one is less than 90 degree. But the two facing sides, they are parallel to each other. This one is pairing this one parallel, so that's this one and this one. Now, as Miss just said, for the area of rectangle, last time I believe you already know that area of rectangle is length times breadth. But how about parallelograms? What is the area of parallelogram? So here in parallelogram, you call this one as base, not length, yeah. This you call as base, and then this is the height. Remember, the height is always not corresponding. It is always perpendicular to the base. So either you choose this one as the base, then this one is the height because it is perpendicular to the base. But if you choose this one as the base, it means that the height will be the one that is perpendicular to the given base. For example, like this one. This one is perpendicular to this base. It means this is the height. So you can choose this as the base, but remember the height has to be perpendicular to it. But since Miss choose this one as the base, it means this is the height because this is the one that is perpendicular to the base. So now I will erase this one. Now let's see this one again. Now since this one is the base and this one is the height, what Miss want to show you is how can we find the area of the parallelograms. Now actually we can make this. I can cut this triangle out, and then without changing the measure of this parallelogram, and then when Miss put it into like this, I can actually form the parallelogram become a rectangle. So now I have the base here, still the base here, and then the height over here. It means the area of the parallelogram itself, it is actually the same with the area of the rectangle. As you know that the area of rectangle is length times base, which is this one is the length, and then this one, length times breadth, which is this one is the length, and then this one is the breadth. But in this case, since we talk about parallelogram, it means the area of the parallelogram, it is base times its height, or b base times h, b times h. So we already find the formula of parallelogram, which is base times height. So we're going to find out the area of trapezium. Here I have a trapezium, and then one that you can notice that is different from, why is trapezium different from parallelogram, is trapezium only have one pair of parallel sides, this side and this side. And then this one and this one obviously is not parallel to each other. Now to find the area of trapezium, there are so many ways of finding it, but in this case, we're going to use to divide this trapezium into two triangles, which I already have here. So this will be the first triangle, and then this one will be the second triangle. And then for the first triangle, you can see that this is the height. So this is the height, and then this is the base. And then for the second triangle, if I take this as the base, it means the height will be outside of this triangle. I have to draw another height which is perpendicular to the base, to A. So I think this one is perpendicular. So let's say that this is the height, and then this one also height. So for the first triangle, height, base, perpendicular to each other, and then for the second triangle, base and base, this one, and then the height is this one because it is perpendicular to A. Now you can also you notice also that the height here they are the same, they are in the same length. So to find the area of the trapezium, I can write down area of trapezium. I can write down it is the same as area of triangle 1 plus area of triangle 2. Now area of triangle 1, remember area of triangle, it is half times base, which in this case is B, times the height. And then for area of the second triangle, it is half times the base, which in this case is A, we label as A, and then height. Now if we already in this step, we can also write down half times B times H as B times H over 2 plus A times H over 2, is it? And then since they are all since both the denominator is 2, we can also write it down as this one, BH plus AH, is it? And then remember the algebraic form that you learned on the first semester. This one can also be written as H times B plus A over 2. If you cannot directly understand, I can do it like this. H, if you multiply this one, you will get BH plus AH, which is the same, right? So if I write down this one as this one, it is actually just the same. Now I can also write down this one as half times H times B plus A. Is it the same, right? It is just the same. And then since B plus A, B and A is the two parallel sides, it means I can write down also that the area of trapezium is half times it is height times the sum of two parallel sides. So this will be the formula of area of trapezium. Half times its height times the sum of the two parallel sides. Now how about the perimeter? The perimeter is just really easy. So you simply add all the four sides. So if you label this one as A, this one is B, this one is C, and this one is D, it means the perimeter will be A plus B plus C plus D. Easy. So I don't need to write it down. I think you can understand that. So number 1 here, the figure shows a parallelogram ABCD where BC is 10 centimeters, DT 14 centimeters, and then DO 6 centimeters. Find the length of AB. Find the length of AB. So as you see here, we have two heights of this parallelogram. So the first height, 6 centimeters, the corresponding base is AB. And then the second height, which is 14 centimeters, the corresponding base is BC, which is 10 centimeters. Now, how can we find the length of AB by using this information? Now, we can actually find the area of this parallelogram by using these two heights. Maybe we can find we can find the area of this one by using this base AB times 6, and then it will give the same results if we if we want to find the area of this parallelogram by using 10 times 14, base BC times the height 14 centimeters. So I can write it down like this: AB times DO will be the same if I multiply BC times BT. These two, the results will be the area of this parallelogram. Now, AB is the one that we want to find out, and then DO is 6 centimeters, is equal to BC, which is 10 centimeters, times 14 centimeters. Now, AB times 6, I can write down as 6AB, and then times 10 times 14 will be 140 centimeters. And then to find AB, it means 140 divided by 6, which is 23.3 centimeters. So AB measure 23.3 centimeters. So let's see number 2 here. The figure shows a trapezium ABCD, where AB is perpendicular to AD. So this one is perpendicular to AD, and then the measure of AB is 10 centimeters, and then BC 16 centimeters, and then AD 8 centimeters. Now, how can we find the shaded area? I think some of you maybe think that we can find the shaded area just by finding the area of this triangle and then the area of this triangle and then add both. But maybe the information that we have here, it is not sufficient enough to let us find the area of these two triangles, because for this triangle, for example, we know the height is 10 centimeters, but how about the base? We don't know how many centimeters it is. We only know that AD is 8 centimeters, but we don't know the length of AE. So that's for triangle EDC. Maybe the height, yes, the height is 10 centimeters also, but the base we don't know. We don't know the length. So the only way to find this shaded area is to look at the bigger pictures. The bigger pictures here is, you can see the biggest figure is the trapezium itself. The trapezium is AB, CD. And then for the unshaded part, it is in the shape of a triangle. And then for the unshaded part here, the unshaded triangle, if you take this one as the base, 16 centimeters, it means the height, if I draw one inside here, which is perpendicular to it, will be 10 centimeters, is it? Because this one and this one are in the same length. It is 10 centimeters. It means we can find the area of this one, right? Because we have the base, and then we also know the height. The idea to find the unshaded part is by subtracting the biggest figure, which is in this case is trapezium, with the unshaded part, which in this case in the shape of a triangle. So I can write down shaded area will be area of trapezium minus area of, I will just name it 1, area of 1. Okay, so area of trapezium, as we learned before, that the area of trapezium, the formula is half times h times the sum of the two parallel sides, which is, in this case, for this trapezium, the two parallel sides will be AD and BC. So I will just write down AD plus BC, big bracket, and then minus area of 1. Area of 1 will be half, since it is in the shape of a triangle, half times base, which is 16, or I will just say BC first, times the height will be AB, times AB. Okay, we'll write it over here. So for the area of trapezium, it is half times the height of the trapezium, obviously this one, because it is perpendicular to the parallel side, which is 10 centimeters, times the sum of the two parallel sides will be 16 plus 8. So 16 plus 8 is 24, minus half times BC 16 times AB, which is 10 centimeters. So here we have 240, or 24 minus 24 divided by 12, it is 12, so 120 centimeters, minus 16 divided by 2, 8, so 8 times 10, it is 80 centimeters. So, oh, okay. So it is in a square already because we already find the area of both. So 120 square centimeters minus 80 square centimeters will be 40 square centimeters. So it means the area of these shaded parts is 40 square centimeters. So the area for the parallelogram is base times its height. But how about the perimeter? Perimeter of parallelogram. Remember, when you talk about perimeter, it means you only need to find all the sides, all the measure of the sides. It means if I said that this side is A, this side is B, this side is C, this side is D, it means the perimeter of the parallelogram is simply A plus B plus C and plus D. That's it. Because the perimeter is only the length of all the sides.